Okay, today we are playing a game on the Horizon Lunar Colony. We will be playing Tracer the entire way through, and this is actually a quick play game, so the SRs are all over the place, and we also don't care about our team, because why would we? On the one hand, we're Tracer, so we don't really care about our team comp anyway, and on the other hand, it's quick play, so it's very prone to having bad team comps, is the moral of the story. So we're just going to start the game. So we're attacking on Horizon. And we won't be defending, because this is just the one game. Oh, we are on console today, by the way, if that matters to you. Xbox, it looks like, based on the buttons. So, if that matters to you at all. So, we've come up here, and we can see that we've got a Widowmaker and a Genji also up here, so, you know, that's good so far. Now, we get away with it, but this is not a maneuver I would recommend in most cases, because usually there's going to be somebody standing up here. There isn't this time, I guess, so I mean, you know. Hanzo's making eyes at us, but it's just Hanzo, what's he going to do? The thing is, going all the way across here takes all of your blinks, and then you get over here and it takes forever to get one back again. And you don't really want to be walking around with 0 blinks, because then you're just super prone to suddenly getting killed. Because sort of the point of Tracer is being able to blink around and dodge. Better to just, like, go up on the left-hand side, or the right-hand side, rather. No, not the left-hand side, the right-hand side, and, like, duck into the room and go up the staircase. Because if you're playing Tracer, you can get through there quickly, and then you have to use less resources to do that. So here's Hanzo. Hanzo threw his skill at our feet, but he did not actually kill us. Recall, because we got hit, and we get him in the end. Quite a few of our team have died over there, but we're having a great old time right now touching the point and nobody's here. Now they've started to notice and they're coming back. Oh god, here's Genji. We recall again to heal up. Now we want to get out. This is where we should be trying to get out, because we just had to use our recall because we got attacked by Genji. And when your recall is down, you have to play a lot more passively, because then it's super easy to suddenly die if you don't have recall. And the enemy team has noticed that we're capturing the point, so they're coming back to fight us, so we should have just been leaving as soon as we saw them all coming back, basically. Especially after we had to use our recall so early in the fight. So this time we're going around underneath. We've almost got Pulse Bomb built up, so that's pretty cool. We found Doomfist over here. We just saw Hanzo's arrow shoot past the side of us right there, but we didn't seem to notice it. Right there, we don't really want to just come up and start standing on the point by ourselves as Tracer, because, well, then the enemy team tends to notice the point is being captured, and they just turn around and kill you. Or try to kill you anyway, sometimes you get away. So we'd rather than just, like, go up and start touching the point. We should be going around trying to pick people off, because that's what Tracer's really good at, picking people off. So here's D.Va standing around out in the middle of nowhere. We tried to stick her, we missed her because she suddenly decided she was leaving. Feels bad, man. Just barely got away from us as well. Now here's Mercy. It's a shame we don't have the Pulse Bomb, but D.Va's trying her best to make sure we don't kill the Mercy. Mercy decided to follow us in, which is a terrible idea because we're playing Tracer and she's playing Mercy. We're going to be going a lot deeper than she wants to go in. So we just had to use our recall, and the enemy team is starting to notice that we're here, so we should be just leaving as quickly as possible. It's going to be really hard to kill the Mercy once D.Va turns her attention to us anyway, so probably want to consider leaving just at that point, because D.Va's going to make it really hard for us to actually kill the Mercy. So, there's Genji. We didn't seem to notice Genji, and we ended up having to use our recall. Probably didn't actually have to use our recall, but if you are feeling threatened, it is usually better to just use the recall. No need to shoot at the D.Va, because that just gives away what you're doing, and it's not really going to accomplish anything, unless you're going to go up and try to farm the D.Va for ult charge, seeing as we're close to having our ultimate. There's no point shooting the D.Va like that, because it just gives us away, and then she comes back, and then we're like, oh, fuck, here's D.Va, now we gotta go and, like, avoid her for a little while. Now, it's a shame we don't have our Pulse Bomb right now, because, oh, that's where you get play of the game, right there. We do build up Pulse Bomb during the middle of this fight, and we don't use it, even though we could throw it into this hallway and get both of these people, or at least the person will probably stick with it. Instead, we decide not to do that, and then we get into a scuffle with Soldier up here, and we end up killing the Soldier. We should go pick up a health kit before we go and stand on the point over here, because we're walking around with 55 hit points. That's the range where it's very easy to suddenly get one shot, and there's a large health kit just in the room over there that D.Va just came out of towards, underneath. Tried to stick the D.Va, not generally recommended unless you know that she's not going to be able to block it with Defense Matrix, because otherwise you're just really sad. At least shoot the D.Va a little bit first to make sure, see what her HP is, because, as it turns out, she's almost dead anyway, so we didn't even really need to try and stick her, because we could have just shot her, and that would have achieved the same thing. Well, it did, in fact, achieve the same thing. Oh, Doomfist landed on us, didn't dodge in time, feels bad, man. Yeah. As dying is generally going to feel, so. Again, we've run ourselves out of blinks as we're advancing forward. You don't want to be walking around with 0 blinks. You always want to have 1 at least in reserve, because you never know when you're going to need it. So that was a McCree right there. We killed him, so we don't have to worry about him at all now, which is good, because he's one of the scariest things for Tracer. Oh, soldier's using tac visor. We jump out of the way. We can go up and try and get him, because we've still got recall, even though it's still very scary to try and do so. Oh, there's Soldier right now, walking away from us in a very straight line, so we were able to get quite a lot of damage into him. We've almost got Pulse Bomb built up again. Do we use it here? No, we don't. We don't use it here. We do capture this point. As is probably evident, good old Doomfist just charging right in front of us, let us get most of his HP off. It takes us a while, but we are going to capture this point, as you might have figured from the timeline of the video. Oh god, here's Hanzo, threw his skill at our feet, and now we're dead. It's very fun to play against Hanzo, in my experience. So we got the point, and just before we respawned as well, so we don't have to do the Walk of Shame. So we got shot by a Widowmaker, and it was from behind us, so we're trying to figure out where Widow is. Widow's right there. And, oh, she's trying to put the moves on us, but she's in way too deep. Hanzo ends up killing her with Sonic Arrow, which is always very sad to see in the kill feed. So these people are not standing where they should be standing, so we end up killing the Mercy, but we don't notice Doomfist is right there, coming out of the bottom door, and Doomfist is scarier than D.Va is, so we should turn over to him, but I don't think we noticed he was there. We do still have Pulse Bomb, so that's cool. We don't have a Zarya to combo it with, so basically we just want to use it as soon as possible to try and pick somebody off, because that's what Pulse Bomb is really good at, unless you have a Zarya to combo it with. Here comes D.Va, walking forward, blocking absolutely nothing. Oh, low HP, recall back. Oh, he was ready for it. Unlucky. Really, just happened to recall right in front of where Soldier was, and we end up getting shot by his Helix Rocket, which is enough to kill us. So, Widow's up there. That's very scary. We can't really do anything about it because, well, we're a pretty short-range hero, and we've got no way to get up there. We start just shooting up at her, and we're not going to do any damage to her. She's too far away, and we're just walking in a straight line across the side. So, like the duck in the fairground, we make it really easy for D.Va to just shoot us and kill us. But we still have Pulse Bomb. Our whole team's dead right now. Well, not our whole team, but basically our whole team is dead right now. Hanzo, of all people, is the one standing on the point right now. We just stick the D.Va. Yeah, just, like, shoot the D.Va, because you probably don't need to stick a D.Va in most cases, and you can save it instead to just, like, get an easy pick on someone. Like the Soldier that's coming out with Tac Visor, maybe. You don't want to stick tanks unless you are really confident they're going to die from it, or you can do the extra damage. It's usually better to just stick it on a squishy person, because the point of the Pulse Bomb is basically, yep, I just killed like a bunch of them really easy, 1 or 2 of them really easily, and now we're just going to start a fight, and we're going to win, because we outnumber them right now. Oh, dragon, right on top of us. We're dead before we even know what the fuck. And just skip forward past being dead. Oh god, too far. So, here's Soldier. Soldier's not allowed to be standing here, so now we're going after Soldier. Oh, he's put the biotic field down, but we still get him anyway. He's probably really upset about that one. We just walked past a small health kit that we could have picked up because we're at 93 hit points, and then we walked past that big health kit as well that we could have picked up because we're at 93 hit points. when you're like 100 HP and lower, you want to really be finding a health kit or getting healed, because that's the stage where it's really easy to suddenly die for something that you hadn't accounted for. D.Va lost track of us. D.Va dead. D.Va tried to pick up health kit. Oh, D.Va dead now. Oh, there's Doomfist. Widow shot at us, and that's really scary as well. But she missed, so... Doomfist trying very hard right now. Oh, lost track of him, but he's lost track of himself, it looks like, so... Widow's still around. Soldier's up there dancing in the window. We didn't wave to him. This is very disappointing, frankly. What did we recall? Oh, we took some damage. Okay, fair enough. We have Pulse Bomb built up. We don't end up using it. We end up just getting killed walking into D.Va. We've actually got shot by something else as well. Probably Soldier. No, actually Tracer was the other one that shot us. And then we end up getting killed before we can even use the Pulse Bomb, which feels very bad indeed. Oh, just used all our blinks in the wall right there. That's very sad. Okay, so we still have Pulse Bomb. Here's Doomfist. Doomfist is not allowed to be doing that, and Doomfist is dead now. So, do we stick this D.Va as well? Oh, we are again walking in just like a straight line this entire time right now. Just going left. That makes it really easy for you to get shot, so we don't want to just walk in such a straight line. Because, well, it makes it really easy to get shot. And the whole point of Tracer is that you're hard to shoot because you're very mobile. So Genji's running around with his blade right now. Oh, here's Doomfist. Scary. Doomfist dead now because he got cut. We're low HP. Mercy's here now. Don't have to worry about it anymore. We don't see the enemy team again. No, we don't. Oh, we didn't even have to use the Pulse Bomb because Genji killed everyone with Dragon Blade. Feels good. So who got play of the game? It was Genji. This isn't terribly surprising. Oh no, Hanzo, you're so stupid. Widow missed him about 5 times right there, even though he wasn't really moving. Yeah, yeah, he's fucking dead now. Nope. Incredible. Oh, video ended before we could see all the cards, damn. We got health recovered, which is a rare one to see. Well, I guess probably not so much in quick play like we are today. So... thing that stands out the most, we aren't really spending much time looking for people to pick off, which is kind of the point of Tracer. Part of that is like them standing in places they shouldn't be, so we kind of end up just fighting them. But during the first point, we keep just going up and standing on the point, when instead we could be looking for a support to pick off, or just a backliner in general to pick off. Which is generally the point of Tracer, applying massive pressure to the backline. Other thing, not playing very keep running out of blinks and then not playing very passively while, recall is down. And just try not to be out of blinks if at all possible, unless it's an absolute emergency and you had to use all 3 blinks to get out of it. You don't want to be walking around with 0 blinks at all. You always want to have 1. And those are kind of the things that stood out the most. Try not to stick tanks, try to just stick backliners instead, because that's basically a really easy pick, usually, because it's not that hard to stick people once you get used to it, or at least throw it near enough to them that they still die. And Tracer's ult builds really quickly, so you're basically just looking to use it as quickly as possible and pick somebody off as quickly as possible. So, this didn't really come up in this game that much from, well, I mean, I wasn't really looking out for it, if I'm to be honest with you, at the same time, because I was more distracted with other things, but when you're playing Tracer, there's like a rhythm to it where you spend roughly a second shooting and roughly a second reloading. So the idea is that when you're fighting somebody, what you want to do is get up on them, unload, just like empty your clip into the fool. Then while you're reloading, you can't do anything while you're reloading because you're reloading. So the idea is you're meant to blink while you're reloading, because then you're doing something during this period of downtime. You're staying mobile, so it's harder to kill you. And it's just, you can't do anything else at that point, so you might as well reposition. And then, because you're reloading as well while you're blinking, you've got more time to adjust your aim from the blink, because, well, you're still reloading anyway. Which I imagine is more helpful on the console, where it's slightly harder to aim, but I don't really play on the console, so I wouldn't really know that much. But, so, that's the idea. It's like a second shooting, second reloading, you blink while you're reloading. You don't want to blink, like, while you're shooting, or just, like, just, like, randomly while things are happening. It's either, you know, you're reloading, or you're trying to dodge something. Like, if you see Hanzo looking at the ground right in front of you, he's probably about to try and throw his skill at you, so probably want to blink then regardless of what you're doing, but that's the kind of idea while playing Tracer. The sort of rhythm to it. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. And I hope you found the video helpful, even though it was, you know, kind of short and kind of a clown fiesta.